Hello, everyone. Happy 2025. Great to be connecting with everyone again for this year. As promised, I have an update on my direction for PopCom in the future. Um, this meeting, there will not be an opportunity for questions, but if you send me questions or post them in the Facebook group, I will answer them. I will also create another document like I did in the past with just a running answer of questions. So please just keep your questions in your head. Hopefully, I can answer a lot of the ones that you have in mind. Also, I'm not going to be going through previous things that I've discussed in previous meetings. So some people may just be hearing from PopCom now. Many people that are going to be watching the replay have not been in our Facebook group. They believe that I have not updated the company in a couple of years. So there's a lot of information that some people did not get. The all the previous meetings from the past 2 years or every meeting I've ever hosted is available. So if you're watching this now and you feel that you don't have any idea what's been going on for the past 2 years, you don't understand how we got here, what's going on with your shares, what does it mean for your shares, please watch some of the previous meetings where I really broke these things down. So I just had to say this because I don't want to keep taking investors through the same information who have been along this journey with me for the past 2 years. So again, thank you everybody for your engagement. All right, so we're going to jump right into it. So some things you already know. PopCom launched in 2012 as Shooting International. We faced significant challenges over the past couple of years, or even just up and down over the entire course of this 10-year journey now. But I've always been transparent and been committed to delivering on everything I said I was going to do. Obviously, a lot of people have questioned the journey. They have said, oh, is PopCom a scam? Have I ran off with the money? But I do think that the actions that in the delivery of the things we've done have really spoke for themselves. So I've never disappeared. Again, I'm here. If you have not been in the Facebook group, it may have seemed like I did disappear because transparent wise, really to keep a database of over 10,000 investors active is expensive. So I encourage everybody to just be a part of the Facebook group and stay engaged that way. We've raised millions of dollars from investors. We have patented technology and deployed machines in major markets, even around the world. So it's a real thing. It's going to continue. Um, Definitely, despite the setbacks and the lessons, I've always been working on a solution. The past 2 years I spent really focusing on acquisition. And when I realized that the acquisitions were not going to happen because either A, they weren't able to get their funding, or B, I wasn't going to be able to get the value out of the company that we all deserve. And I especially believe I deserve after 10 years of my life being dedicated to this. I certainly would like to see my own return along with everyone else. So, this meeting today is about moving forward. What are we going to do to move forward? All right, so this is just a quick reminder of all the things that we've done for 10 years, the highs and the lows, but still everything remains. The code is safe in GitHub, the machines are safe in storage, all the IP is safe, everything is intact, and many of the relationships that we had in business development and sales are also still intact. So just where we stood, the last place, some of you have not heard from me since then because you weren't in Facebook, but nonetheless, 2022, we were really rolling fast. We were in these following 12 locations. Things were happening very quickly. Long story short, covered this in other meetings, ran out of capital, wasn't able to close the Series A round. Venture capital market crashed. Acquisition opportunities presented themselves. I felt that was the best way forward. It is not. Now the pathway forward is taking it back myself and doing what I know that can be done now that I personally have renewed energy to put my own self back out there again and do this. It was not easy to go through as a human being what happened to PopCom over the past couple of years, but I feel great as a person. I'm really excited and energized, and especially after taking a deep dive into the technology that exists today, PopCom is still even more relevant than ever, which I'm excited. So, why we are built for success moving forward. We have a leaner business model for sure. So, I follow the VC model. I talked about this in a previous update. I just did what venture backed companies are taught to do, make all these hires. You're really burning a lot of capital each month, really hiring everybody in house, giving them benefits, having an office, doing all these things. And we were spending about $130,000 a month just operating. So what I learned when we ran out of capital is how to run the business a lot more efficiently and leaner. So now I can really comfortably run the business with $20,000 a month. How? I mean, it's drastically different. But first, thank God for all these new AI and automation tools that have been developed and brought to market since the company has been on a hiatus. So definitely can leverage some of the new technology, definitely can leverage a lot of new things that are out right now. But using service providers. I'm not going to make a ton of full-time hires. Actually, just only going to hire two. And the rest will be the service provider partners that we work with in the past. So I was able to something really amazing but crazy, and also I don't know if it's that good, but it's good for me, I think. But that's kind of selfish for me to say that. Nonetheless, Redbox went out of business randomly out of nowhere and just crashed. The market leader is out of business because they were acquired. And so this is sometimes a tricky thing about acquisitions. Their parent company that acquired Redbox, Chicken Soup for the Soul, parent company that had so many other companies under them, that company ran out of funding, just like we did, but they're way bigger. And they ran out of funding and immediately had to shut down Redbox. Redbox is gone forever. Gone. Night just one day it was up, next day Redbox is gone forever. So all these machines are out in the world with nothing happening, but all these amazing people don't have a job anymore. And so there's a man that's been mentoring me for years. He's been there for me for PopCom through our journey, but he's been working for Redbox as head of their sales and as vice president, and he's been working for very high level automated retail companies. He's like the OG in the game. So now he's unemployed. Well, obviously he's a consultant now, but he's available. And so he's been working with me for the past several months to create a strategy to bring PopCom back. But the first thing I said to him was, please go and even make sure that we can get sales, that we can even get customers, because we've been quiet for 2 years. Maybe somebody else came, try to take our lane. Is this even, can we do this? So he went to some shows. He said, yes, PopCom can definitely still be a leader, and he wants to step in a role of leadership. So we're still working to define that. But my goal is to get him to be the new CEO. If not that, definitely leading business development. Obviously, I'll still be involved with the business, of course. I'd like to lead business development myself and sales myself. So I would like to go to the sales side since I know the product inside and out. And I would like to put someone who has deep experience and relationships in the industry at the head of it. And also, I think it'd be nice for a new perspective and a new direction. It's not, for me, it's not about an ego thing. It's not like, I just want to do what's best for the company. So if somebody who has a lot more years of experience in this particular place can come and wants to work with me, I'm very happy. Certainly will give him that spot and support. So that's a great positive thing. Also, clear revenue model. We're going back and forth about how we're going to get back into the market, whether we're going to, which I should know very soon. We're doing a lot of customer discovery right now. But if we're going to go back in and just put the machines in and just focus on the hardware right away while we shift to SaaS, or do we go out there with SaaS right away at the same time as the machines? I'm thinking we should reintroduce the machines to then get new data, update the technology and the software, and then go back out there as a software play. But once we talk to the customers and see what they actually want, then we'll know the strategy on that. But at least we're very clear on what the goal is to do. And the goal is certainly to become a software provider now that there's so many more smart machines in the market than ever before. So our 2 year break actually just gave the market a chance to catch up to what PopCom even was offering. We were so far ahead that now they're catching up, which is good for us. Um, Then new tech partnerships. I found an amazing new development company that they're not just software developers, but they do full turnkey and they have a lot of experience in automated retail and AI and integration. So I'm excited to work with them. They actually emailed me today and said they've done all their diligence. They've looked at all of our code and our products, and they really want to work with us. So just going to outline what that looks like, but I also know that that will help us stay lean because I will be able to do everything with them and not have to outsource several different companies to do all the things involved with the technology updates, and just really working on the software to make sure that we have the best partners and licensing in our stack now, because obviously things have changed. Still going to work with Verizon, still going to work with Stonehouse IT, and still going to work with most of the providers that we had 2 years ago, but just definitely needed a new, more modern software development partner. The next one. Okay, so again, new team, updated technology, and still a market leader. There's not any other product that competes with PopCom still today in the automated retail space in terms of vending. So all of the technology that is being pushed in retail that has to do with analytics, data, face recognition, or AI are still around foot traffic in retail locations, like installing cameras in stores, still not putting things on vending machines and using vending machines in the way that my business model, Popcom business model, has always talked about. So again, I was so excited to hear after going to two vending shows this year that there's nothing out there that's a direct competitor to what Popcom has done. So right away, we want to just relaunch 10 machines out of the storage, get them back in the market, get them back working, showing people that, they're still relevant, but collecting the data to run some data reports to then reintroduce the data and the value of the data to the market, and then be able to sell the software from there. Definitely plan on raising additional capital. I do believe 2 million would be an ideal number for us, but not right away. I'm going to definitely start with raising 100,000, then a 500,000, and then go up from there. I don't want to raise more than 2 million. I definitely want to focus on getting to cash flow positive. Definitely want to focus on building our monthly recurring streams of revenue so that when that can sustain the business. So not making the mistakes of the past of raising capital and then using that capital to operate. I really want to use that capital to grow and operate very lean so that the money that we have coming in from customer sales is supporting operations. So of course there's going to be a period of time where we have to just do some ramping up, updating technology, updating, paying some debt with the bills for storage for some service providers. So we're going to have to ramp that back up. But I think that we can definitely stay lean. Next quarter 3. So thinking about what the capital raise looks like over the next year, but still starting now with just raising a much smaller amount just to ramp back up. Then do the first 50 SaaS customers is our goal, to identify who those customers will be by the end of this year and really start to tackle those customers and prepare to launch the software product into the market in 2026. We know this is January, well, this is February now, but time goes by so fast, and I just don't want to rush. I want to make sure that it's right. This is really it for me, the last opportunity to get this right. So definitely taking time to make sure that the tech is the software is hardware agnostic, meaning it can integrate into as many different hardwares as possible. So that's going to take some work on the software, but when we take that software product out there, I want it to be like quickly able to scale, and that's going to take a little bit of time. It's going to take a little bit more capital. So that's why I think the larger amount is necessary. And then just expand our partnerships, optimize operations with the ultimate goal of, for me, not scaling to be as big as possible, scaling to have revenue to where then the company is attractive for acquisition. That is really why I'm rebuilding the company. Not because I want to go run it myself and make it into a publicly traded company, because I want to build a very valuable business that can be acquired. There is such a gap in the market now, especially with Redbox being gone, for new companies to come into the space and occupy that footprint that they once occupied. So I just need time to get back into the industry deeply and see where we best fit. So it's gonna take a year. Like it's gonna take a year to do all of this. So the immediate need, I'm going to start with raising 100,000 from just my close network, my investors that are already invested, angel investors that are around, people that have come to me over the years saying they would support if I went back. But I didn't want to take any money. I was very, very sure of what I was going to do. Then after I deploy that, show that there's results as what I've done with the 100K, how that is translated into movement. I'll go raise the next phase and then use that again, just building on what we've raised. I don't want to go raise a whole bunch, even though it will make things easier. I definitely want to have milestone driven fundraising with the hopes of doing a down round in the beginning, but building the value to where I can get the valuation back in a good place. So raising too much right now on a down round it would be too dilutive. So raising enough to get us to a positive cash flow place, then going back raising more and keep raising more as the value of the business increases, I believe is just the smart thing to do at this stage, especially with the economy improving. I don't think that it'll be too difficult. Well, let's pray. They won't be too difficult to raise some money, raise 100K just to restart it. And then the valuation that I'm thinking of, this is not in stone. I definitely have to meet with the lawyers more. Definitely have to restructure some things. Definitely have to do some filings to get our filings up to date because we're not out of business. So we never shut down. I still have to keep taxes and other things up to date. Our SEC filings, I have to get up to date. So the new valuation will be almost a half, basically half down round. But again, this is what's required to get the business back going. But if I raise a small increment, build the value, I can then increase the value of the business, especially as the value of the software grows. Software is a lot more scalable than hardware, as we all know. So don't be alarmed by the valuation going down. I mean, first of all, I'm the largest shareholder in the company. So I'm the one most impacted by this, but I also do believe it's what's necessary. And then honestly, now we all know in hindsight, even me in hindsight, these valuations that tech companies were raising at in 2019, 2020, 2021 were extremely inflated. The market was inflated, and all of us were just raising rounds of capital at valuations that weren't the best. Hindsight is 2020. So moving forward, I want the valuation to be more aligned with actually cash flow and revenue. So how you can be a part of this? Um, you can invest, which I don't know how yet. I'm just saying, like, I don't know how you're going to invest exactly because I'm not going to go on Start Engine again. If you're an accredited investor and you want to invest, you can invest. That's fine. But honestly, I'm not looking to you all. You don't have to invest. I don't want to pressure you to make you feel like you have to invest. It'd be great if you did because in investing, investors do follow on, but I understand how many people feel, and many people watching this video right now haven't seen things in years and they're probably very upset and definitely don't want to contribute more, which is okay. But if you want to, you can. I am talking to a platform called Dealmaker because I do have to have a company manage and all of your shares. So all of your shares are safe, protected. There's a record of what you invested in. Anytime you want to know how many shares you have, you can reach out. It's also on your Start Engine dashboard. Your shares didn't go anywhere. They won't vanish. They are on our cap table. Everything is secure. Nothing has changed. You can't sell them. You can't sell them. They're not on the stock market. You still have to hold them, but you do own them. And I'm working to grow the value for you. So I just want you to understand, those of you who are saying, give me my money back and I want to sell my shares, you cannot show your shares as a privately held company. You cannot show your shares at this time. One day, hopefully, I mean, not even a hope, the goal, the plan, and the actions are going towards an exit and a liquidity event where everyone will be able to receive their funds and a return. That's what it's all about. So I'm working towards that. Introduce us to other investors. Maybe you can't invest, but you know some accredited investors. You say you feel that it's you believe in PopCom, you want your money back. The only way I'm going to give your money back is if I go raise more money and launch the company. So we can all work together to get all of our money back. We can all work together to really grow PopCom. For me, it's not getting my money back. It's about this technology is amazing. I believe in it. I love it. I've dedicated 10 years of my life to it. I want to see it grow, and no one has still built anything that can compare. That makes me feel really good. Advise and engage. We have a committee. Thank you to my advisor council of investors for helping me, for having meetings with me, for giving me feedback. You have been very helpful and invaluable. Thank you to supportive investors like the 10K Project, just letting us use this platform. Extremely helpful. So thank you. Things like this are still helpful. I really need to send out some emails. Does anybody have a platform where I could email like 12,000 people without paying a lot of money? That's helpful as well. I really do need to email this video out and email some things to our group. So I may have to just go ahead and pay for it myself, but if anyone has a platform to share. So anything that after this meeting, when you're hearing me talking, if some light bulb goes off on how you can support, please reach out to me, popcomceo@gmail.com. Very soon, we'll be back, Dawn at popcom.shop, and all the popcom emails will be back. Everything will be getting back to normal. So the bottom line is, it's not over. Let's make PopCom a success story. I'm certainly committed. I feel renewed. I feel re-energized. So I'm excited to actually work again. Just highlighting things that we have going for us. Obviously, we have the 20 machines in storage, the code in GitHub and Safe. The code has been reviewed and audited. It's great. Taxes, everything pretty much current. Got to do 1 year. So in good standing business. Large database of investors and media outlets. So as we see, we have on our list 8,887 people of the 10,000 investors who still engage with us. We have 6,300 customers in our database that we've acquired. So I'm definitely going to spend some time cleaning those up, going through those to see who's still at the organizations, who can I still re-engage, who can I re-engage with, and really let them know that PopCom's coming back. And of course, we have our patents still. And, we actually have 26 machines, not just 20. Also, you all, I really feel like you all are really a great asset. You're a supportive community of investors. All these amazing comments you guys leave me that continue to help me to stay, positive and encouraged. Thank you. You're a great asset, and you're a great asset because you can spread the word when we do something great. You can share it on your social when we launch a machine, when we have a partnership like you did in the past. I love how much our investors really champion and share and be there for us. So definitely that's amazing. Thank you. Keep being you and always just being on a positive note when it comes to PopCom, because it's not easy being a startup investor, certainly a startup founder or an investor. Not easy on your side either, I'm sure. But it's also not easy just putting your whole business out there for the public to be just scrutinizing every single thing that you do, because obviously I'm learning a lot of things. A lot of things I learned as I go, especially when things like COVID comes and the venture market crashes. It's like everything is just happening in real time. So thank you for the grace that you have given me over the 2 years. Then we still have this amazing social media platform, and a lot of followers. People engage with us on Instagram, 15,000, Facebook, LinkedIn. So just a lot of engagement. I'm excited because we can get right back out there. We don't have to spend a lot of money on media because all that investment's already been made into media and building our following. So now we have to just go and re-engage and reactivate. So nothing was lost during this 2 year period. I don't feel like we lost anything. I think I just got a lot more sanity and peace overall and more clarity on what needs to happen moving forward, which is better than just spending money for 2 years and not having those things. So I'm happy that things are coming together. And of course the brand is still the brand. I mean, uh, we've got a lot of media over the years. I'm still myself. I'm still out here and very active. I've never went anywhere. I've never hid from anything. So my brand as Dawn Dixon is still out there, and I'll certainly be, using my brand to amplify PopCom and all of my personal contacts in my network, putting everything behind it to get things back going like I did in the beginning. So that is all. That is all. That is the update. A lot more work to do. The first step is raise 100K, get the immediate bills paid in terms of what I have to pay to get the software updated. So I see the machines have been in storage 2 years. The software needs to be updated. I mean, it's been sitting there. We know our phones, Apple runs an update, what, every few months. These machines need updates. So I got to get those done. Have them come and do all the testing, make sure all the machines work. So test every single machine again, even though most of them, at least 9 of them, never even been deployed, but still just get everything tested. That'll take some time. Then solidify relationships with the team, do a lot of customer discovery. I've been working all the time. I just haven't told you all because I just want to come with results, and people are like, oh, you just come and when you ask for money, you're trying to relaunch and ask for money or you're doing a scam or I just like to have results. So I've really been working on that. The best thing about this conversation, the two highlights you can take away or three, we have a really good team now. A new team. Not that our other team was not good. They were amazing people. They did so much, and we would not be where we were at without every single person that ever was on the PopCom team, first of all. But to get to the future, to move forward, we need a new team. So we have one now, and I found some great people. So that is really the foundation of anywhere we can go. I cannot do this by myself. So, got the right people. Technology still relevant and needed in the market. No competitors are in the market. Customers still email PopCom all the time. That is a thing that we have on our side and always have had on our side since I started the business. It's never been a problem getting customers. The problem has been resources to actually meet the needs of those customers. So now I'm going to go raise this capital. Is it going to be easy? I hope it'll not be hell. $100,000. I mean, I haven't raised money in 3 years. So pray for me. That's it. Can I do it? Yes. Yes. So that's what I'm working on. Thank you for your encouragement. If you have questions, you can email me, popcomceo@gmail.com. Post it. When I post the replay, feel free to leave questions in the replay video comments because then everybody can see. I want to be very open. I don't want anyone to keep saying I don't update. I really am just working. I'm really just working for all of us. So, thank you again. Have a lovely rest of your day, your week. I want to be realistic about when you should hear from me again. This is February. I will update you when I finish deciding how I'm going to take money. If you're an investor and you want to invest, reach out to me. I'm going to have a new platform for all of your shares to be hosted. I'll let you know about that. Let's just give me a cadence of a monthly update. Okay? I'll put it in Facebook, but it doesn't move fast. Things don't happen very, very fast. So I'll update you at least monthly. I really would like to have this capital raise within 60 days. That is what I would like to see happen. That would really allow me to get the machines out, just plug them up and start selling stuff again. So that's where it's at. I'll keep you updated. You know where to find me. Have a lovely evening. And yeah, we can do this. All right. Bye, everybody.